Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is the Beautiful Game live on TV's Entertainment. Let's go to the English Premier League, where Brentford will be taking on Manchester United. Chelsea will play host to Brighton. Crystal Palace taking on Liverpool. Leeds United are going to be hosting Bournemouth, while Manchester City play host to Burnley. Nottingham Forest are at home to Sunderland. Tottenham Hotspurs are also at home to Wolves, while Fulham will be travelling to Aston Villa. Newcastle also in action against Arsenal at St James's Park. Everton will play in West Ham United. This is a weekend where some players and some coaches will be looking forward to grabbing their first point.
Yeah.
West Ham United have not been in the greatest form.
Yeah.
Graham Potter, how would you say, or if you were the board of West Ham United, what would you say to Graham Potter right now?
Okay, so speaking of Graham Potter, I have news for you because
he's gone now.
he's gone. Yes. I think he resigned, as the words they say, mutual, relieving himself. Of course, we know that he was supposed to be the first person.
Yeah.
We predicted that he was going to be the first manager to leave. Results have not been going his way at all. Yeah. I think just one win, and that was a surprise win against Nottingham Forest before the international break, where they won 3-0 away. With the kind of players that they have in their side, come on, David Moyes did better with less players, and all that, so they should be doing better. The problem was when they brought in Lopetegui, trying to play the Spanish way, possessive football. There are some clubs that style of play is already ingrained in the culture of their team. The likes of Burnley, the likes of West Ham, the likes of Everton, and you know those kind of players.
Long balls.
You know those kind of teams. Even Sunderland themselves, as at that time when they were dominating, they were in the Premier League.
Stoke also.
Stoke, you go to Stoke on a Monday.
On a cold night, it's cold night.
Can you do it on a cold night?
You're not getting a win. If you get a win, then you're winning the league. That's it.
Where there's Delap and all of them.
So it's difficult to now change their style, and you want them to start playing tiki-taka. These guys thrived off the counter-attacking football. Mikel Antonio was scoring goals, almost going in for top scorer competition.
From being the right back.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember Jesse Lingard also.
And then you see them bringing in the likes of Skamaka, Fulkrug, and Co. Come
Zaza.
on. What are you doing? What are you doing? They will not thrive. They will not thrive. I think they tried to bring in this man from Dortmund.
Marco Rose?
No. The Ivorian. Sebastian Haller.
The striker. He came in.
He flopped.
Yeah, he came in.
He flopped there.
After when he left Frankfurt.
Yeah, he didn't do too well. So look, I just feel like it was destined. And then the fixtures that we have today too, especially this match day 6 in the Premier League, we have some potential banana peels.
Like Brentford United.
That is, if I can even say Brentford Street win.
But Brentford have not also been themselves.
It doesn't matter. At the GTEC Stadium against a wobbly Manchester United, that's a no-brainer. But then again, there's nothing that can happen in football. United can just win. When I'm talking about banana peel, I'm not talking about United. United are not challenging for anything. Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal. These are potential banana peels. They can slow down Liverpool. Crystal Palace somehow has been like a thorn in the flesh for Liverpool of late.
The Community Shield.
Community Shield, 1-1. They've been doing well. Oliver Glasner, so far so good, has made Crystal Palace look like a tough nut to crack. They might not win games, but you might not just beat them.
They're on a unbeaten run, actually.
Yeah, they're on like 12, 13 games unbeaten now. They won also their game in the Europa League, Conference League qualification too as well. So they've been doing decent. They've been quite decent. They won their EFL Cup too as well, even though it was on penalties.
Yes.
But they've been decent.
Well, I think Ekitike will not be playing this game because of
the red card.
I don't want to call it dumb, but the coach
very silly. I think he forgot because he was dumbfounded too when he was given that second yellow card. So I guess he forgot.
But in a clash where you would not expect your striker that you bought for 90 million naira. I said 90 million naira. Oh, naira. Oh, my.
You're in Nigeria. Don't worry, we understand.
90 million pounds, eh? Why would your striker... I think it's just a thing of mentality.
Come on now. 90 million doesn't mean you're not human.
You're
not a robot. You're not a robot now.
What the mentality is... I know Liverpool have been scoring late.
But seriously, what I just say is that the tournaments, the game.
It's just round 3.
And it's a tapping.
It was a winner.
It
was a winner.
I know, but it's Carabao. Even the manager said if it were to be a match winning goal, in the Champions League final,
I wouldn't
and
mind.
It's a worldie.
Yeah.
But this one, assist they give you just tapping.
I think someone made a joke and said he needed that picture for his September dump.
To be honest,
got a red card. They just paved the way for Isak now.
The coach was actually very, very sad about it. Like, why? If he had done that in the final, in the semi-final, in a heated clash, it would have been different. But he doing it in the round 3.
I just think he forgot.
Yeah, he forgot, and it was unnecessary.
Forget.
Aside from forgetting, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
Yeah, when Frimpong told him, I was like, man. And now, it just gave Isak, there's supposed to be a competition.
Yeah.
I mean, he has started the season very, very well.
There's still competition. If Isak doesn't score, he will come back and still start.
Come and try,
Do you think Isak will not score?
No,
he got his first goal.
Was that goal not a cheap goal too? Was a cheap goal now.
If he bags
go
the brace,
for striker.
I'm just saying, it's not like the typical Isak goal that you want to have. He's not convincing just yet.
Yeah.
It was an EFL Cup. The goal came in like how would I put it now, like a gift. So in a tough game like Crystal Palace, I would like to see him do that his stuff. And
he did that in that Carabao Cup too. I was like, you don't need that on a Carabao now. Why did
no, Carabao I do one for Liverpool too now.
If it doesn't do well,
but it was Liverpool now.
If it doesn't do well, Ekitike knows that. Okay. My place is still setting.
It's still setting.
Well, their defense has been very much, porous.
Yeah.
They've been conceding goals, and it's been late winners. Do you think a team will catch up on them? They're 5 points ahead of Arsenal.
It's only a matter of time now. It's only a matter of time. How long can they do this if they don't sort out their problems? The defensive side, we already know right from time, even from last season, it was the reason why they only won the league.
Yes.
They didn't win every other competition. The midfield itself, it's more of a makeshift midfield. They need to settle on the midfield that can help out the defense, because right now there's nothing you can do about that defense line.
Yeah, of course.
They only have Van Dijk and Konate. The window is closed. The window is closed. Leone is injured, so there's no miracle you want to perform except somebody like Conor Bradley
steps up.
That came in as a right back. Somebody like him in the academy, like the likes of Joe Gomez and how Trent also came in. Can come in and now step up, or someone like Constant, and they are substitutes. They sold them, they sold out Constant and Co. So except a miracle defender comes from the academy and starts to do well, that gives competition to the likes of Van Dijk and Co.
Yes.
All the manager does have to do is see how the team is balanced from the midfield to the attack to cover up the problems of the defense. It's just as simple as that.
Well, Afiz, what do you think this game will be won? Liverpool, Crystal Palace. Where do you think it will be won? Midfield, attack? What's going to be like the difference?
Well, in previous games, I think it's just about tactics from the manager, because looking at the midfield now for Crystal Palace, I think they lost Eze. They've replaced him with a certain Christian Zucchi, who has a big shoe to fill, but I mean, it's not going to be easy. But I think Oliver Glasner, he knows how to catch Liverpool in a way. I mean, looking at the Community Shield, he knows how to soak in.
There's no Iberichi Eze again.
I know. There's no Iberichi Eze, but then they still have Mateta, who can be a handful.
And they have a new boy,
Christantus. I know, but then the luxury that Liverpool are not enjoying, that's talking about defenders, they have it, including someone that should have gone to Liverpool. Talking about Gay and Lacroix, they've been fantastic, at the back for Crystal Palace. So for me, I don't think Isaac is going to get much of a sniff today, but I think it's going to be down to
game.
So you think it's going to be sandwiched in between the defenders?
For me, Maguire is not Crystal Palace's best defender. For me, it's Lacroix. Lacroix is just somebody that is like Gabriel of Arsenal. He doesn't care about the fancy. I want to get the ball off you. I don't care about the pass. No, I don't care. Typical French defender. I think it's going to be one for me. Maybe for Crystal Palace in the defense. If they can sort out that defense very well, I think the attack is not
and to add to what he said, Liverpool have been quite susceptible to counter-attacks. We saw that against Bournemouth in the first game too as well. That's to show you that there's a problem. Their full-backs are quite porous too. Kekes can be found wanting. And
Ismail Assar is dangerous. He can do
somebody that drifts up in the front three anyhow he wants.
Yeah, so the moment Crystal Palace are able to soak as much pressure as they can, and they are able to throw those long balls and find Sarr, find Mateta, or Adam Watson. I like Adam Watson.
He's a Spanish baller in England.
He's a good player. He's a good midfielder. When they're able to do all that, Liverpool should be wary.
Well, let's talk about a fixture that has, of course, generated headlines in recent times. Alexander Isak, last season in Carabao Cup.
In the league too.
In the league also, you remember, apart from, I don't think last season, some seasons ago where the ball came out of the line and then led to the goal, Joel Linton and all of that thing. This season, Arsenal at the St. James Park. Injured Martin Odegaard. Injured Noni Madueke. Who else is injured? They have a lot of injured players.
Well, you have a lot of squad depth too.
The depth is there.
They have a lot of squad depth.
Like seasons now.
It's not so
now
obvious.
they have the depth. It's not so obvious. I mean, Mosquera stepped in for Saliba.
Yeah,
and it wasn't obvious.
People were even calling him to start against Manchester City, but Saliba will always come back to take his place.
And the good thing is Saka is back, so they have nothing to worry about.
And there's also Max Doman.
That around ball. I mean, with players like this, you shouldn't be playing around ball.
Yeah,
Look
well,
at the players you have.
That's a Mikel Arteta thing. But I'm not. In as much as I feel like this is a banana peel too. But then again, Newcastle have not been convincing. They haven't been drawn too many games. They lost to Liverpool. Eddie Howe, it looks like he has been thrown off balance with the whole Isak and everything. So he's trying to. I know he's a manager that if he's someone that can. Yes, if he's someone that will adapt and bring them back to their ways, is somebody like that. They can. I also feel he's having issues with the front three. It's never easy. James Murphy, Jacob Murphy, sorry, Elanga. You also have Anthony Gordon, and then Avi Barnes or your striker Walter Mudd, and then Wissa. I think Wissa is even injured. You know, so he's trying to get that balance.
You can bring Usula in.
You know, so he's trying to get the balance of his front three. If they can get that, and the synergy is there, and they're scoring goals, creating chances of scoring goals, I think that's just.
You know how St. James Park can be, especially in the evening against a big team. They can come out and just catch Arsenal the way they started against Barcelona. If Arsenal don't mind their defense and they get in the goals, it's going to be very, very tough. But Arsenal too, I think they just need to go out on the attack. Let these players express themselves.
And play with Gyökeres.
When he started Eze in the midfield in the Carabao Cup game, nothing happened. Now, he even played well and he even got his goal. Definitely. So why not play these players? Let them enjoy their football.
One thing that generates a lot of conversation concerning Arsenal is how the midfield is set up. They have a midfield of Zubimendi, Rice, and
Mikel Merino. That was what he started against Man City.
Against City, he did that. Against Athletic Bilbao, he did that.
Against Liverpool,
he did that.
And they
struggled. Now, you're not saying that they are going to a ground that is always physical. Bruno Guimaraes, Joel Linton, and who's this third midfielder that they have? So
Sandro Tonali.
Yes. They are all. I don't want to call them mafia, but you know how strong they can be, how they bully Arsenal off the ball. Do you think that setup shouldn't be deployed tomorrow?
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
There's no Martin Odegaard at the moment.
It doesn't matter. You cannot always answer brute with brute. We saw the same thing with Barcelona.
Yes,
and we saw how they ran the rings around them. You would see.
I think Bruno actually came out to say, even Arsenal, that's best team in England, Chelsea, City, and all of that.
Anthony said for minutes they could not touch the ball. In football, technique would always supersede strength and physique. It's about technique and intelligence. You can see a lanky guy and a guy who has been in the gym for how long. We see them, even though we know friction movies, all you just need, and sometimes I study all of these things, anatomy and all that, your weak spots. You just have to hit someone somewhere where you weaken their nerve.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it.
And basically can be so strong, and yet I'm not as buff as the person.
As you,
It's just as simple as that. Look, playing Eze in midfield is quite key. Play Eze in midfield, let him do that roaming around, and that creative hub for Arsenal.
There was a video when
why you can also have your winger. Whether you want to start Trossard, you want to start Martinelli, that's your headache. But Eze needs to be in that midfield. Yes, you can play
even when Martin is available.
Who is Martin?
Odegaard. But he's
not available. That's what I'm saying.
He's not
available at the moment. That's what I'm saying.
Just start easy.
And even if Martin is available, Martin has been terrible for a while now.
Poor. Very, very poor.
The fact that he's just holding the armband is the only reason why he's starting ahead of any other player.
I agree.
Well, let's leave England.
Yeah.
This weekend we've got one of the best derbies in the world, the Madrid derby. Sometimes swings to the red and blue side, sometimes the white side. One thing that is assured is golazos and heartbreaks.
Controversy.
Definitely.
Drama.
Simeone would come rant about the referees, but this time around, it's only senior, meaning that's like, I mean, the more experienced manager. This will be the very first time Madrid derby. He's going to be playing for Alonso.
As a manager.
As a manager, of course. So, what would you say is thing you're looking at forward to this derby?
I don't know about what you said, more experience. Xabi Alonso is coming from the Bayer Leverkusen side where he won the league.
No, it's no. See, when it comes to Madrid derby, it's a different thing.
As a manager.
But this guy played the Madrid derby.
No, see,
how many years?
When you're in the dugout, there's a difference.
I know there's a difference, but of course he's an experienced manager to an extent. He may not be as experienced as the number of years Simone has been here.
Okay.
But I don't want to say he's not experienced at all. But then again, I understand what you're trying to say. Of course, coming to Madrid for the first time as a manager, the weight is much bigger than, of course, what you would expect in Bayer Leverkusen. And it's a big game. I think the last time Madrid won the Madrid derby in the league was as far back as 2018 or so. It's been quite, but in the Champions League, we saw them win in the 2-1 or so last season.
Even that was tough.
It was quite tough too. It's been a very, I think the moment Carlo Ancelotti let Atletico Madrid feel like they can go toe-to-toe with Real Madrid, there was no going back from that. That was Carlo Ancelotti's very first season where they had Ronaldo and James and co. There was no going back from that. And of course, you have to also give kudos to Atletico Madrid. They've grown in stature. They've grown in clout, in everything as a team.
They've grown in Aram,
of course. Well, of course. So
no, they left Aram for some time.
This derby is quite different. In as much as Atletico Madrid's form has been very bad. 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses or so.
2 or 3 draws.
If they lose today, they'll be 15 points behind Real Madrid, or 12 as early as already the game 6.
Well, it's a league.
Yeah, but at the same time, you look at Real Madrid, 6 wins out of 6. Trust me, this particular game, nobody cares about that head-to-head or cares about your form. Atletico Madrid, if Atletico Madrid will win today, they will win today.
Yeah.
With their terrible form.
But who do you think is going to be like the most important player, in this game? I know Mbappe has scored a lot of penalties.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be him. All eyes will be on him. He's one has been scoring goals. He has 6 goals already in the league now.
But Julian Alvarez
too. He scored a hat-trick.
Bring the boy.
Yeah.
To the red carpet.
You saw the 3rd goal?
I saw the 3rd goal with his left foot. Yeah.
Come on.
And then also to add, FIFA has also, not necessarily FIFA, but the game has also had a special spice, especially with the racism and all that Vinicius Junior experiences at the Metropolitano. We remember that time where players of Atletico Madrid were threatening him not to dance and all that. So there have been news now that Vinicius Junior can stop the derby if there's any racist insult. Yes.
Okay, we're watching out.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
And FIFA has backed him on that too as well.
You know how Vinicius can be.
The regulations and all that, the instruction now is if there's any racist chance, you should inform the referee and they should stop the game. So it's allowed now. So they would not condone any
any
racial slur or misbehavior.
I think Atletico Madrid.
They want a clean game. They want things to be smooth. Let's enjoy the derby without any controversy.
Okay, we have to go now. But before we go, your predictions for the derby. Sharp.
I think I'll go with both teams to score. Madrid would always concede against Atletico Madrid. They come with their brood. They come with their own style of play. They know how to get under your skin. Somehow they will, and they're at home. So both teams to score here.
How about you?
Both teams to score and a Madrid win.
And a Madrid win.
I think Madrid they will do enough just to win the game.
Well, I'll be wrapping up the show with a Madrid win and over 2.5. A 2-1 win for Real Madrid, actually.
From your mouth, wow. That's
for the
strange.
first time in a long time.
That's strange.
Well.
Your money is on it.
No, I haven't done anything.
That's why.
I haven't done anything.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming, Afeez. Thank you for coming to your seats.
Yeah, always.
It's been a very good one. You say what?
I live here.
Well, it's been a wonderful talking football, talking Nigerian football, even across Europe. Don't forget that we're going to be back next week to talk about the international break that is happening in October. My name is Toyosi Afolayan. Bye-bye for now.